goals, yeah. I've been making Super Bowl goals all my life. Take it back to when I was younger. Let me show you the hunger. Backyards with my brothers, hitting with lightning and thunder. Bro, playing like Key Vic, he ain't throwing, he a runner. Yeah, them trench battles be heated in the middle of the summer. Yeah, I work my way up now, I'm under them bright lights. All my life at Super Bowl goals, damn right. Generally direct a movie like I'm spies. They all talk fizzing up, but I see through them like Sprite. I go for 6 when I touch the ball like a mic. And I need that trophy, not tomorrow, but tonight. Feel it, where they drinking and rolling that Bud Light. Pit of misery to the ones who thinking they taking flight. I've been making Super Bowl goals, yeah. I've been making Super Bowl goals, damn right. Hashtag Super Bowl goals, yeah. I've been making Super Bowl goals all my life. I got them Super Bowl goal thoughts of mine.
What's going on, Eagles fans? You know what time it is. It's your boy, King Live Action, with a 3, not an E. And you know what time it is, man. Football is back. Football is back. You know, we went to the Super Bowl. We didn't get the win. You know what I'm saying? That really put a toll on your boy. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Last year. Really put a toll on your boy. But hey, man, you win some, you lose some. I done witnessed 2 Super Bowl losses in my lifetime. How many of y'all others can say that? How many of y'all others can say that? Have you even been to a Super Bowl? Have you ever been to an NFC Championship? Have your team in the last couple of years? Now we talk about 5 to 10 years. Has your team been to the Super Bowl and either won or lost? Have you either suffered defeat or was in triumph when your team went to the Super Bowl? Let that sink in real quick. Cause my team within the last 10 years have been twice. And we won and won. You know what I'm saying? We would want to be 2-0, but we won and won. Our Super Bowl record is 1-2. You know what I'm saying? But we've been 3 times within the last 15, 20 years? A lot of y'all can't say that. But hey, man, we finna get into it. I've been MIA, I know that, you know what I'm saying, but we back at it. We ain't even gonna get all into it. 2023 been a rough year for your boy. And even, you know what I'm saying, me hitting this right now, I shouldn't even be doing that, but hey, we still here. You know what I mean? God got me here for a reason. We gonna revamp the show. You know what I'm saying? We still here, we still there, we still everywhere, and they ain't never there. You know what I'm saying? It's the Fly Eagle Visuals podcast, man. You know what time it's going down. This year, 2023, a lot of big expectations for the team. A lot of new additions to the team. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it. Let's go back into where we left off last year, man. You know, we had the Super Bowl party at Lil Woodrow's. We was turned, we was live, we was up 10. I was feeling good. I had a couple shots in. I had went to the whip. Got me the pack. I was rolling up the Chiefs pack. I rolled up the Chiefs pack. Was prepared to smoke it after the game, man, you know. But, you know, never got to smoke it. Side note, quit smoking. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing the Eddies now. But, you know, for health reasons, you know what I'm saying? Smoking's done. Can't put none of y'all in the pack no more. I can put y'all in the food, though. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna put y'all in them brownies. I'm gonna put the competition in them cookie bars. And then I really shouldn't be eating all that because that's not healthy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's not neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get put somewhere. I don't care if I gotta give them to the homies and tell them to put you in the air. You feel me? It's gonna happen. But yeah, man, let's go back to what happened last year, man. We know up 10, going into the half. And ultimately couldn't pull it out, man. And, you know, it was a good experience, like, for our young guys, you know what I'm saying, returning back, you know, and heartbreaking. You know, I really wanted us to go all the way with it, but I feel like we could run it back. Great team in the Chiefs, you know, that I grew up in that area. You know, shout out Manhattan, shout out Kansas City, Power Light District. You know, I know y'all was turned out there when they won. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's my neck of the woods over there, man. You know, we used to go to Kansas City all the time, and party and you know, kick it. You feel me? But I really wanted them Birds to win, man. You know, I had to hear from all the homies back home that's Chiefs fans. You know what I'm saying? Lost a couple bets. You feel me? I need my money back. At this point, I can't wait for, what was it? When is it? Week 13? I can't wait. I need my money back. And I hope we see y'all again in the Super Bowl again this year, because it's going to be a different story. Now, a lot of people was talking about the field. I got a lot of things to say about that too, but that's last year, man. There ain't no excuses that need to be made. It was messed up. There's a couple of things that played into the factor of that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, especially with the guy that used to be a longtime Chiefs fan working on the field. If you ask me, it really was Southgate, but we can't cry over spilled milk. We can't be the 40 whiners. You know what I'm saying? We can't be San Fran. You know, we got to take the punches as they come and keep it moving. We know we got a good team. We know we can get back. It's just we got to get back. And my thing is this. I'm going to tell y'all like this. If we don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, I feel like this year's a bust. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know how others feel about it, but knowing that the team we had last year and the team that we got this year is even better, in my opinion, if we don't make it back to the Super Bowl, I feel like this year is a bust, man. I feel like this year is at a loss, because there's no way we shouldn't run it back. There's no way. So that's just my opinion. You know, you could take it and run with it, whatever. Another thing I want to touch on is all these analysts. I call them Annas. These Annas, they like Glockies. They switching now. They got switches on them. They like Glockies. They like them G-Locks. They got switches on them right now. They switching up. They, you know, some of them analysts, they still in the loony bin talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, some of these analysts, they switching up talking about, oh yeah, the Eagles gonna do this, the Eagles gonna do it. Man, stay over there. We don't want y'all on this side. We don't want y'all on the side. But going back to, you know, good Super Bowl, one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Even though we took that L, you know what I'm saying? We had to smoke that L pack, you know what I'm saying? But I think going into the off season, we did really some really good things. And I'm gonna go ahead and touch on it real quick. But before I touch on that, the podcast is finna go up. We're finna have prizes. Still doing the interviews. So if you ain't got you an interview, come holler at your boy King Live Action with a 3 not an E. We're gonna get you an interview. All the lifetime Eagle fans, if you want to tell your story, if you want to say how you became an Eagles fan, you know, the direction of where the team is going and how you feel the way this team is going, or how you feel about last year's, the way last year ended. You know, we're gonna be asking all them questions this year, man. And yeah, man, come rock with us, man. We here, we there, we everywhere. We ain't going nowhere, and they ain't never there. I might even add that in. We ain't going nowhere, and they ain't never there. So we flying, man. We flying high, bro. We flying high this year, and we got the toughest schedule this season out the whole NFL. So we're really gonna see what this team is about, man. We're really gonna see what this team is about. Next video, we're gonna do predictions on what we think the schedule is gonna pan out, and what our record is gonna be for the schedule, for the toughest schedule. Like, I don't think y'all understand this. We got the toughest schedule in the league. I'm talking about a gauntlet. We got a gauntlet to go through. If we make it through the gauntlet, we're going back. There's no other way else I could put it. We're going back, and I just think that we need to, you know, keep focused, keep the standard, keep making them daily deposits. You know what I'm saying? If we do that and we carry over from what we did last season to this season, and then execute at a more high level, and then when we get to that ultimate goal of getting back to the Super Bowl, we finish, I believe we'll be holding a ring at the end of the season, man. And you can't tell me different. But like I said before, if we don't go back to the Super Bowl and we somehow fall short of the Super Bowl, this year's a bust. We did all this for nothing. We did all last year for nothing. If we can't get back and actually win it this year, because it's hard to get back. It really is. If you think about it, there's teams that have went to the Super Bowl and never gone back. Atlanta Falcons, they was this close. to winning it. This close till Tom came back and put that 12 magic on them. They was this close to winning one of their first championships in forever. And look at the state of their team now. What is the Atlanta Falcons doing now? The 49ers, same thing. Fell from grace. Now that they still competing at a high level, they whining, you know, because you know you trying to block number 7 with tight ends and stuff, but where are they going? They really don't got no quarterback that I'm scared of. Brock Purdy ain't really it for me. You know? We're gonna see this year. Let's see if he can duplicate that success. Off season. You know, I feel like we had a good off season. The new additions of DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, you know, it's a couple of people on defense that we added, but they looking like they're not gonna pan out. You know, I really think we should look into the Terrell Edmonds situation. I watched him during the preseason. I don't think really highly of the guy. I think our 2 safeties should be Reed Blankenship and Sidney Brown. And speaking of Sidney Brown, our draft picks that we got this year are, in my opinion, going to be a key attribution to us this year. I feel like our rookies is going to really step up on the offense and on the defense. So, you know, we got some pieces in place that if we gel together and they catch on early, you know, we're going to be a hot team. And I think our defense is going to turn back to dominant as it did last year. I don't know if we're going to have, I think we could compete with that, how many sacks we had last year, but breaking the sack record, that's going to be hard, you know. But all we need is 4 people to go over 10 sacks. And we almost right there again. So, I mean, I don't think it'll be too hard, but we'll see, man. You know, the additions that we made on defense, as far as linebacker, as far as safeties, as far as defensive linemen, you know, I feel like we could have did better. You know, we're gonna see how Zach Cunningham pan out. We're gonna see how Terrell Edmonds pan out. We're gonna see how Justin Evans pan out. But as far as them 3 guys, I don't really. Everybody else is out of there, I believe. You know, they just cut the roster down to 53 yesterday, and you know, most of the people that we thought was gonna, you know, pan out, you know, they on their couches now. They're no longer with the team. So I think this offseason went really well. Let's get into the training camp. I mean, OTAs and training camp. In OTAs, I seen there was a lot of people flying around. You know, the Buddha. They call him the Buddha. You know, Christian Ellis. You know what I'm saying? He was a real standout in OTAs. They said Reed Blankenship was a Reed Blankenship because he be covering everybody. You know, getting interceptions left and right. He's no longer Blankenship. He's Blankenship because that nigga he covers. He covers. So, hey, I think that's the one bright spot we got on the back end. Another bright spot, I believe that should start day one. I think he should be a day one starter. And I watched him all throughout the preseason, and the man was everywhere, man. He was everywhere, and they was never there. And that's Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown is going to be basically a Swiss Army knife on defense, in my opinion. He's going to be the jack of all trades on defense if we play him the right way. You know, let's get into the coordinators. You know, Sean Desai, I believe, from what I've seen what he did in the preseason, he's going to blitz more than Gannon did. And I think that's going to be lovely. You know, he's going to keep pressure on the quarterback. Like he said, we want to be feared, man. We ain't really been feared. We was feared last year, but we didn't have a fearful defensive coordinator. We were feared last year, but we didn't have a fearful defensive coordinator that was going to strike fear into the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field. This year, we're going to have a feared defensive coordinator, in my opinion. Look, it's all about getting pressure on the quarterback. It's all about messing up the timing of the throws and getting in the quarterback's head and making sure, you know, he don't know what the defense is once the play starts. He can know what the defense, he can know or think what the defense is before pre-play. But once the ball is hiked and we switch it up on him, We want him to not know what's going on. That leads to picks. That leads for him to hold on the ball too long and sacks. You know, come on now. That takes away some sort of the elements in the game to where the ebbs and flows of the game could change. Momentum could change into our favor. You know, by doing things pre-snap and then making things look different after the snap. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna make sure that we strike fear in opponents this year with Sean Desai at the quarterback. Now Brian Johnson at the offensive coordinator helm, I've already seen new plays that I haven't seen before. And that's key. You gotta keep coming up with innovative plays that people have never seen to keep putting points on the scoreboard. Swift in motion. We ain't see a lot of motion last year. Now unless it was coming from the third wide receiver slot, or if it was coming tight end going back and forth to see if he was gonna block on the other side or leak out, you know, block and leak out, you know, into the play. This boy Brian Johnson bringing some of that Florida offense element to Philly. He got the running back coming in motion that the running back is sitting out wide and he going in motion. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of wide receiver screens, a lot of running back screens. It's gonna be a lot of, you know, RPOs still, but it's gonna be a new wrinkle in the RPO. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Brian Johnson has as a play caller, and you know, I think he's gonna get this show on the road, man. And you know, him and Jalen got a good connection. You know, they've known each other since Jalen was yay high. You know what I'm saying? So the connection is there. I don't think that they're gonna have any type of hiccups in their game, if you ask me. The thing is the continuity of play calling, or the comfortability that Jalen Hurts have with Brian Johnson is gonna be key. Now all the Annas, you know what I'm saying, think that, you know, it's a big difference because we got rid of two coordinators. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a drop off, like they said. I really don't. I don't think it's gonna be a big drop off. What I do think is, you know, a lot of people is gonna try to hone in on the quarterback sneak. You know, and I think we need to add new elements to the game, especially when we do the quarterback sneak. We started to do it a little bit last year when we did it, but we didn't do it enough, in my opinion. And yeah, they got baby girl over here crying. You know, my baby girl just had puppies. So let me show y'all real quick. These little niggas, they out here thugging. They out here thugging, man. You need you one, come holler at your boy King Live Action, man. My baby put on some good, my baby made some good puppies, man. XL bullies, you know, couple models, couple tries. Yeah, you know what time it is. We flying high over here, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we got to buckle down. We got to buckle down when it comes to play execution. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to know their role. Everybody got to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? And if we do what we need to do, then we're going to be a good team this year, man. And I really do believe that. I really do believe we can build on the success that we had last year. If we build on the success that we have last year, there's no doubt that we'll be back into the Super Bowl. But we got to make daily deposits. Rent is due, like Jalen be saying, man. And shout out Jalen, man. You know, he just got that new deal with Jordan. I feel like that's going to take him to another level. He got that Jordan mentality. He got that Mamba mentality, you know. And I believe that, you know, with him as our QB, there's nothing that we won't be able to do, man. He going to keep us locked in. We got one on our hands, man. He is definitely him. And if we follow the standard and we keep putting in them daily deposits, we're going back. We're going back, okay? So get ready. As I was talking about the OTAs, there's a lot of people that, you know, showed up. Jalen Carter. A lot of people saying he the next Aaron Donald. I don't know how to feel about that. We ain't seen it yet. We seen glimpses. We seen the strength. The strength is there. Baby Rhino is there. You know? Baby Rhino. Shout out Darius Slay. That boy Darius Slay a fool, boy. He be everything. I don't know if y'all noticed this. Every time Darius Slay say something, the media taking it around with it. He a trendsetter. I don't know if y'all believe that or not. Darius Slay is a trendsetter. He gave the Batmans the names to the Batmans, and the media ran with it. Now he calling Jalen Carter a baby rhino, and the media running with it. I'm talking about they sprinting Usain Bolt with it. You know what I'm saying? Trendsetter, tactical. He tactical with it. So look, shout out Darius Slay, man. You know that's my favorite cornerback right now. I am gonna get your jersey. I got Smith jersey right now. I got the Smith Hurst, and I got the Swift jersey, the all black John. I got the Swift jersey, but Slay, I'm getting your jersey. Big play, Slay. I'm getting your jersey, man. I'm sorry I call you Darius Slay because it's big play Slay, man. It's just Slay. You know what I'm saying? So that's my bad. Don't hold that against me, man. But Baby Rhino is gonna set the league on fire. He got aspirations to get Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. You know, and when you got those goals and you thinking that highly of yourself, you know, you gotta perform. You know, you gotta perform. And I believe not only is he gonna get Defensive Rookie of the Year, he's gonna get Defensive Player of the Year if we play him to how we're supposed to play him. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Carter right there with Jordan Davis. I think Jordan Davis is gonna step up this year. You know? And if them two boys step up and set the tone on the line in them trenches, we're gonna have a good year, man. And I don't really think there's too many people that's gonna be able to block them too. I mean, and if you think about it, if you have to double team Jordan Davis and you got to double team Jalen Carter, that's 4 linemen. There's only one other lineman that's available, and you can't leave one lineman on Hassan Reddick. You can't just leave one lineman on Josh Sweat. Pick your poison. You gonna die either way. Pick your poison. You're gonna die. I don't even think you want to snap. I don't even think any quarterback gonna want to snap the ball. You're gonna die. Pick your poison. So at this point, I'm looking for better and bigger and better things for this defensive line and this defense as a whole. Just off of them two, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Because that's going to open up for Sweat. That's going to open up for Hassan Reddick. And don't block no Hassan Reddick with a tight end. You know what happens. You know what comes with that. You know what comes with that. Your quarterback going to die. You're going to be down to your 3rd, 4th string quarterback. You keep blocking Hassan Reddick with a tight end. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. It's evident. We've seen this before. We have seen this movie before. Don't do it. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. And if we shore up the back end, we already got the 2 corners on lock. If we shore up the back end, the linebackers is gonna be okay. I like Zach Cunningham. He's one of those typical linebackers, 6'4", 240, 250, rangy, quick to the attack, to the point of attack. Pair him with Nakobe Dean, who is a mindful linebacker. He got that Ray Lewis mind, that Luke Kuechly mind. You know what I'm saying? He just got to put it on the field. You know what I'm saying? He might be a little undersized, but it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. And he a dog. He a Georgia Bulldog at that. You feel what I'm saying? Behind 2 other Georgia Bulldogs. 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? He used to playing with them guys. So yeah, man. Off season success for me. Howie Roseman, you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? GOAT, greatest of all time in my opinion. Keep doing your thing, Howie. I know you're not done. I feel like he gonna sign another linebacker, or he gonna trade for a safety or something like that. Trade for a linebacker, trade for a safety. One of those things before the season. That's just in his DNA. That's what he does. We've witnessed this for the last couple of years now. He's never done making this roster complete. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about, oh, we ain't got no punter. He gonna get a punter, man. I think we should go get Destroying. Shout out Destroying, man. He's setting the YouTube scene on fire, man. You know what I'm saying? But the boy can punt. The guy can punt, man. He really can do his thing punting, man. And I'll be watching it. If we get Destroying, and Destroying was on he did an episode with AJ Brown. AJ Brown might put in a good word to Howie. No cap. AJ Brown might holler at Howie. This guy named Destroying on YouTube, man. He kind of nice. And he can play more than one position. Might want to look at him at punt, because he's real good at punt. Hey, I'm telling you. Destroying might come to the Eagles. I seen him in a Vikings uniform, but who want to play for the Vikings? Nobody. Nobody want to play for the Vikings. They ain't did nothing since Randy Moss. So, like I said, man, I feel like we're gonna take it up a notch this year, man. Hopefully we do. This year's gonna be exciting. Preseason standouts. Let me get to the preseason standouts before we go ahead and end this video. And like I said, man, like, subscribe, stop what you're doing right now, hit the like button, share, you know, because this is finna be the livest we was the livest podcast last year, but we finna be even more live this year. I promise you. I'm gonna get it popping. But like, subscribe, share, you know what I'm saying, hit the notifications bell so that you can get all content when it comes out, when it drops, and you guys can be tuned straight in, man. But this year we're gonna have all types of trivia questions. You're gonna win money. I'm bringing out money every week for people to win prizes, for people to win money. I'm gonna be asking questions to see if you really an Eagles fan, man. There's be a lot of people be posting, just like them Cowboys fans. There's a lot of Cowboys fans that don't know the history of the Cowboys, but they just Cowboys fans. For what? Just because you see somebody else put on the jersey, you just wanted to put on the jersey too? Just because they said that they's American? Nah, man. They ain't even America's team, man. America's team ain't seen a championship in I don't know how long. They almost ain't seen it since Jesus walked the earth, but that's another story. Look, I'm gonna be asking questions. We the real fans. Eagles fans is the best fans in the world. We the real fans. I'm gonna be asking our fans what's their history, how long they been Eagles fans and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna be asking them very, very discreet questions on what only Philadelphia Eagles fans will know. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have a chance to win some money, whether it be $5, $10, $50, $100. You know what I'm saying? So tune in. If you tune in, regularly, you might win. You know what I'm saying? And because you watching the video. And I really don't got that many subscribers right now, but we going all the way up. And if y'all help me, you know what I'm saying, get our get it to other fan bases and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn up, man. Cause I'm telling you, we got the livest podcast, man. Ain't nobody doing the stuff that we doing here. You look at them other YouTubers, they nice. I watch them every day. Lord Brunson, Philly 500, Joey Shakes, you know, all them guys, Simone's with the Spizzords, you know what I'm saying? I listen to all them guys, they doing their thing. They ain't doing what we doing. We getting right there live in the direct, you know what I'm saying? We going to the people, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing it like us, you feel me? So, like I said, man, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, hit the notifications buttons, you know what I'm saying? But before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about preseason standouts and people that we know, that I think is gonna really be an asset to this team. People still need to step their game up. You feel me? And we're gonna get into those during the week too. People that need to step their game up. People that need to, you know what I'm saying, come in the clutch this year. I'm gonna name the top 3 people that I think gonna come in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Top 3 people that's gonna come in the clutch. And we're gonna do some other things, man. I can't give it all away right now, but just stay tuned, man. And you know what time it is. Fly Eagles fly. So my top 3 standout people in preseason. I'm gonna have to go with number 1, Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown was a standout. Bro was all over the field, on special teams, on defense. He was all over the field. I think he had 9 tackles this first game. And he got in at in the 3rd quarter? Just imagine if he played a whole game. If he played a whole game, I believe bro would have had like 12 tackles. More than maybe 15. So yeah, Sidney Brown, I think he should start. Y'all already know how I feel about that. Preseason standout number 1. Number 2, DeAndre Swift, and he only played one drive. But the move he put on ball, hey yo, he left dude's ankles. I think dude's ankles still on the field in Baltimore. I don't think he went back and picked his ankles up off the field. Then he hit the corner, hit the sideline, ran a nigga over. DeAndre Swift gonna be a problem. And that wasn't even the first team O-line. Come on now. Just imagine what DeAndre Swift gonna do behind this O-line, bro. It's gonna be magical. I think he's gonna be better than Sanders in this offense with the catching aspect and the catching abilities that he had. I just think he's gonna be way better than Sanders. Nothing to take away from Miles Sanders, even though he was slick dry when he went to the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Booby, I don't really appreciate that, Booby. But I liked you as a running back. But DeAndre Swift, I'm telling you, he's gonna bring a different element to the game, and this offense is gonna go to another level with him at the running back slot. Him and Gang gonna be a problem. He's going to be a problem behind this O-line. So I'm looking for big things for Agent Zero. DeAndre Swift, I think he's gonna take this offense to another level. Number 3. Number 3rd person I think was a good standout, Nakobe Dean. I think we're going to see some good things from Nakobe Dean this preseason. Now, we didn't get a good sample size, but the sample size we did get, he made a play. I mean, you can't ask for nothing better than that. Yeah, they might say he undersized. He's not the typical linebacker that we're used to. But at the end of the day, the guy makes plays. The guy's an enforcer in the middle. If he gets his hands on the ball coming out. They said he got the green dot on the back of the head. He calling the plays, and they believe in him. They trust him. So I really think that he's gonna be, stand out through the year. And I think he's really gonna make an impact on the team during the year. Big things for this team, though, man. I'm gonna give y'all one more thing. I'm gonna give y'all the top 3 things that I need from the Eagles this season, and we're gonna get up out of here, man. Top 3 things that I need to see from the Eagles this season is consistency. Number 1, consistency on all drives. We need to be able to capitalize on at least 75 to 80% of all drives that we make during each game. If we maintain that level of consistency, I believe we'll start the season out 8-0. In my opinion, until we get to that back half of the schedule. I believe if we could really just run the tables then after that, we might lose a couple games here and there. We're gonna get into the schedule and what the record's gonna be on the next video. But I really think that, if we maintain a level of consistency and score on maybe 75 to 80% of our drives, I think we're gonna be unstoppable, and there's really nothing nobody can tell me about that, because they really couldn't stop us last year. And if we're better and we've gotten better this year, there's nobody's gonna be able to stop us, man. Number two thing we need to do is be very innovative with the play calling. Put things on tape that people ain't never seen before. You ain't got to do it all the time because you don't want to show your hand for the playoffs when we go into the playoffs. But man, let's get more innovative. Let's get more creative with our play calling. We don't want to be seeing dumb play calls in certain situations that could potentially cost us the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 2. Number three thing that I need is for our defense to be dominant. I need to see our defense be very dominant. You need to get the ball back to our offense, whether it's short field, medium field, or long field. You need to get the ball back for the O so they could go back to work and get some crazy work in. You know what I'm saying? So I think our defense got the potential to do some crazy work on the back end, on mid-level of the field, and at the defensive line by getting pressures. But yes, defense needs to come with that crazy work. That's my number 3. And you know what time it is, man. Like I said, look out for this podcast. Tell your mama, your mama's mama, your friends, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your relatives, all of them. Anybody that's an Eagles fan, tell them about this show, the Fly Eagles Visual Podcast. We're going all the way up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't coming down. We here, we there, we everywhere. And they ain't never there, man. Never. They ain't never there, man. And you know what it is. Fly Eagles 5. We out here.